for the Love of Paper, and I'm here with my April Project Life layouts. This video has two spreads in it, as they both didn't take very long. I think all up both spreads took me just over half an hour, so I put them together, sped them up a bit, and added them into one video. So the video does go for a bit longer than usual, but there's two layouts in there. Both the layouts are from the April school holidays, and it just shows all the different things that I did with Sam during the 2 weeks that we were on holidays. So this first page, the card that says April, is from a Studio Calico kit for April. So I used that, and the card in the top right, that was also from Studio Calico, and the other filler cards were from Project Life that I printed out onto photo paper. So the first card I just chopped down. It was I had printed it in the Collect app, so I just chopped down the photo and then added onto that card with the stars on it, and the circle was embellishment that I'd made. I'd just been doodling some watercolor circles on a page, just practicing. I'm like, oh, these would make really cool little journaling spots, so I chopped them up and then I used one there. So that was kind of cool, something that I hadn't intended to ever be used other than, you know, scrap paper to be thrown in the bin. I ended up making some embellishments, so I was pretty happy with that. And chopped that card down so it had square corners, because you all know I despise the rounded ones. I'm pretty sure I chopped down that one in the top right as well before I add my journaling to it. So using some of these old Simple Story stickers to write in school holidays, and I sped this up super fast so you wouldn't have to sit here for ages watching me do this. Now when I get to the O in holidays, I realized I didn't actually have an O, so I got a Q and just chopped the little taily bit off the Q and made an O. So there's a way that you can use those annoying Qs that no one ever seems to get a chance to use up. Turn them into O's. So on that top card with the lines on it, I actually print out my journaling on the typewriter on some vellum and just stick it to that card with some washi tape. So you'll see that at the end with the still photos. Then I wanted to add something else onto this April card, and I thought one of these funky arrows would work. I actually think I tried a few things in that spot. I really wanted to use one of those butterflies, but it didn't quite work out either. So I've kind of gone for black and white and this tealy aqua minty colour. That's pretty much the only colour I add to this layer, or this side of the layer. So trying to just keep it as minimal as possible. Excuse me. What did I get? Oh, the word happy. That was a photo of my mum and Sam at the beach. He has been begging for months to go to the beach with Grandma, and even though it was getting a bit cooler in April, he still put his togs on and jumped in the water, and they built sandcastles, and we had fish and chips on the beach, and he just thought it was the best day ever. So we'd done that on one of the weekend in the middle of the holidays, and he thought that was so much fun. What am I doing? Oh, I'm going to find a stamp. I can't even remember where I put the stamp, but I get some out. So yeah, I think this week I've got a video of how I store my stamps now. I know I've mentioned it in a previous video and it's not up yet, but it will be up after this one, and it is how I've made my own little storage for all my stamps. So be on the lookout for that. I'll link it below once it's online. So I was finding one. Where was I going to stamp? Can't even remember. Oh, I tried to stamp on the bottom of the beach photo, I think. I can't remember what that says. Oh no, maybe not. Got the stays on out. Yes, I did. I think that says capturing this moment, capture the moment. That doesn't stay there actually. I removed that. I remember now. Yeah, I liked it at the time, and then I'm like, no, it just makes the card too busy. There's too much stuff on it. So I actually just get my StazOn cleaner or StazOn stamp cleaner, and I use a little bit on my thumb and rub it off. I don't think it's on camera. I know I was doing some stuff and I walked away to get something and I turned the camera off and came back and forgot to turn it on. So there's a middle portion of the video that's actually chopped out, and it might have been when I removed that. So I do apologize for that in advance. So just glue that happy down. What else am I doing? I'm not sure what else I'm looking for. Oh, something else to try up there. I kind of like that, but it was like there was too many fonts and too many things on the page. So I went with these little arrows. I really wished I'd had 3 of them. 3 would have been perfect across the top, but there was only 2 in the packet. So just use those. This is when I decide to rub that stamp off, I think. It could possibly be. Yep, here we go. So that is just StazOn cleaner. That's the Stampin' Up brand, but I'm sure they're all fairly similar. And I just put a little bit on my finger, rub it along the photo, and then I think I used a tissue or a wet wipe to just wipe the residue off. And that's it. It only works on like slick surfaces, so photos and stuff. It won't work on paper. But then I smudged it up the top accidentally because it was stuck to, there was all black on my finger. And then you wouldn't even notice that there had been a stamp there once I'm finished. It did take me a little bit. See, look, wouldn't even know there was a stamp on there. And I think I do that to something else as well. I had a terrible time with my stamps in this layout. And oh, that side was done. That's all I did. So I added my journaling afterwards. This one tried to do the voiceover in time, and then I had to speed it up. So I was trying to tell you that I was going to make that whole photo at the top, the Brisbane one, bigger. So make a whole 4x6 photo, and then the other part at the bottom, I was going to put a journaling card in of what we had done that week. So that's an insert that I popped in there. And that card was from Studio Calico as well, and I don't end up using it, but it can sit there for now. So just trimming this down. I don't know, sometimes when I trim my photos, they go all crooked. It's a bit rubbish, but never mind. So we went to the art gallery, the museum, we went for a ride on the City Cat, and we had sushi for lunch. So this was all one day in the holidays. That was our big outing for the whole 2 weeks. But we had so much fun. We were in town like literally the whole day. We got up at, I think it takes us, once we catch the bus to the train station and then the train and then walk down, I think it takes an hour and a half to get from our house into the city on the public transport anyway. It would be about 25 minutes if we drove, but whatever. So we got up really, really early and got into town nice and early so that we could do all the different fun things. And they had so many activities on for kids. The museum had this castle thing, and you could make crowns and all sorts of stuff. And then the art gallery had activity after activity for the kids to do. He had an absolute ball. And then, of course, went for a swim because it was a nice day. And then we caught the City Cat around to the other side of Brisbane and caught the train home. So it was a really, really fun day. And of course, stopping for sushi for lunch. He's begging all day for sushi. So of course I obliged and got him some of that. The most expensive sushi I've ever bought, and it wasn't even that great. So a little bit disappointing, but never mind. It's what you get when you're in the city, I suppose. So I wanted to do some stamping on this blank wood veneer. I tried a few things in that spot actually. So as you can see, I'd tried a couple of bits of wood veneer. I think I'd tried a sticker in there as well at some point. And I end up going with that blank circle, and then I do stamp something on it as well. And what else? I was just pulling out a few more pieces that I thought I might use later on in the layout. Oh, this is the part that I turned the camera off before. Like, I walked away to go and get my stamp because it was in the other room, and I come back and I'd forgot to turn it back on after I did it. So I just used the stamp, and it says like a duck to water. So I cut the stamp into 3 bits and just stamped it on like that. It was super duper easy. Don't be afraid to cut your stamps up, because you can always join them back up again if you want it in a straight line. So that's what I did with that one. Some little word stickers, and oh, did I have a time with these enamel dot things. These are from Studio Calico as well, and I tried them on so many cards and they just always look, that one stays well. The rest of them I try and I fail and try and fail. I just didn't like the look of any of them, just weren't the right colors, I guess, or I don't know, they just didn't look right. So I do try out a few cards. And just chopping this one down. I do this quite a bit with my photos. I print them as the 3x4 in the Collect app, and then just chop all the words and stuff off, because I don't need it all the time. And this was also from Studio Calico. It's like a, I don't know, acetate piece, I guess. And it was really dark on one side, but you could still see it through from the other. And the yellow was just too bright for the layout, just far too bright. So that's why I end up using the reverse side. So you can still see the image of all the utensils, and you can still see that it's yellow, but it's not bleh in your face. And yeah, that worked really well. And I might even be able to use the other side in another layout that I do the next week. I don't know. Can't remember if I do or not. But I did have the option there to do so. What else do I add to that? I think I add one of those cork pieces. Possibly. Yes, I do. It says yum on it. And what else goes in there? Oh, I remember what I do. I got the bit that I chopped off the Collect app that had the information on it, this bit. I just chopped that down, and that was my journaling done. So I'd already printed it out. It looks okay on there. So I didn't waste anything using that one, which is pretty cool. I've got to remember, I might try and do that again on another layout, on another card. Oh, I don't think I've done that before, so that was good thinking by me for that one. That gets nothing. This one, I think I speed this up so you don't sit and watch me doing all the letters. Oh yeah, I've got to work out which letter's in the middle. So I just write South Bank in there because that's where we were. I really, really love these letters. They were also from the Studio Calico kit, and I freaking love them. I got 2 sets of them. I don't know if I was meant to get 2 sets. I don't think you were, but there happened to be 2 sets in my little envelopes, and I'm feeling a bit happy about that. And I really freaking love them. So I'm glad I've got 2 sets of them to play with. And of course, nothing's complete without an enamel dot. And oh, I was watching a podcast. No, it wasn't. I was watching a Periscope while I was doing this. So that's what you can see down in the bottom right corner. So I hope that's not too distracting, all the movement down there. But freaking love watching the Periscopes at the moment. And what do I do with this? Oh, this one I just add some little words too. These words were all from the free kit that Harvey Norman was giving away. I think if you got 100 prints done, 100 6x4 prints done, you got this free little scrapbooking pack. Oh, this was a few months ago, and I really didn't use that much of it. It was free. You can't expect too much for free, but the word stickers were kind of cool, so I've been trying to use those up. And again with these dots. Does this stay on there? Nope, it doesn't. A wood veneer heart instead. I just ordered a big pack of those wood veneer hearts in all different shapes and sizes, so that's why there's been so many on my layouts lately, because I've got an abundance of them. And what's this one? A little heart. can't get too many hearts. Or not. I am so bad. I am so indecisive with things. I'm terrible. So this was just a photo of Sam and I riding the ferry from South Bank over to the city side of Brisbane. And it was such a beautiful day. Like I think we picked one of the best days to go, although the whole holidays were really nice. But we picked it awesome day. It was really lovely and warm, but not too hot. Oh, that was a stack of bottle tops at the museum. They just had this whole floor, like, I don't know, it would have been like 10-meter circle full of bottle caps, all different shapes and sizes and colours for the kids to stack and build and play. Some of the kids were making some amazing things, probably more so the parents. But Sam made a birthday cake and he made a bridge and he made a tower, and it was just awesome. Like, I would have never thought that would have been, you know, a fun thing, but the kids were loving it. And that was him having a swim. It's actually a really dorky photo. He looks so stupid in it. I'm glad it's at a distance because he looks really silly. I don't know. I think he just pulled his head out of the water and then he made a silly face and he just looks like an absolute dork. So of course I had to put it in his album, as every good mother would do. And I think that's just about it for this layout. I don't think I do much else to it. So, oh, that's right, because I want to put that big photo in there. And then I put the journaling card in on that side, and I'll type that journaling out. And that flyer in there, you can see the bottom of the guy's face that's in there. That was, we went to a puppet show, and it was a 3D puppet show, and it was really good. So that was the little brochure from there. So I popped that in with the 3D glasses because I thought that was kind of cool. And then on the other side of that, I'm going to do journaling up the top as well. So thanks for watching, guys, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!